Today, I want to talk about something most mortgage lenders won't tell you, and if you're planning for a home purchase, it is honestly the very best thing you can do. And one of the reasons this is such a good idea is the very reason lenders don't talk about it. Stick around and I'll explain. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about getting pre-approved. I'm going to dig into what I mean by that, but first let's drop a pre and talk about a pre-approval. So pre-approval is the process of securing approval for your mortgage before you find a home to buy. It's critical to get pre-approved for lots of reasons. You want to determine your loan options, figure out your budget, and avoid the heartache of falling in love with a home only to find out you can't afford it or you have your offer rejected by a seller because you don't have your ducks in a row. Sellers care a lot about pre-approvals. If they accept an offer and the buyer then doesn't qualify for a loan, they've wasted time on market and spent additional money carrying a home that they want to sell. So getting pre-approved gives you the opportunity to show them that you're prepared to buy and qualified. Find a home before you're pre-approved, and best case, you're going to have an unnecessary scramble to get your loan put in place in time to buy. Worst case, you may not get the home you love. Buying a home is always exciting, but it should really be exciting in like all the good ways, and getting pre-approved avoids all the bad kinds of excitement. And you want to get pre-approved when you're within 30 to 60 days of kicking off your house hunt. At that point in time, it is time to do an official pre-approval. But what about before then? Maybe you hope to buy in, 6 or 12 or 24 months. At that point in time, it's actually too early to get pre-approved. So what should you do? Not talk to a lender? No, I would say get pre-approved. So what exactly is a pre-approval? It's a dress rehearsal. It's a dry run of sorts. The process is going to feel exactly like getting formally pre-approved. You're going to go through the same motions. It's just that the goal is different. Rather than looking for the best loan options to fit your current situation, you're learning how to optimize your loan options for the future. So what's the process? It'll feel exactly, like I said, like a pre-approval. You're going to fill in a loan application. You're going to document your income and your assets. You're going to authorize a credit check. And what you're going to get out of this is learning about the loan process. What better way to demystify the process than to try it out ahead of time? You'll gain an understanding of loan options as they relate to you. There's a ton of great information online, and I'm obviously trying to add to that. I love that you're watching this video and planning ahead, but there are a huge number of loan options out there in the world, and the rules for each change constantly. And more importantly, there is very little truly one-size-fits-all advice for home buyers. So there's only one way to get current, relevant information that's specific to your particular situation, and that's to engage with a lender. A pre-approval is how you do that. It gives you a customized roadmap. You can do a truly deep dive on your income, your credit, your assets, and get advice tailored to your situation. And a quick side note on credit checks, because I get a lot of questions about this. If you're going to the effort to get pre-approved, do a thorough credit check. This may involve a hard credit check that affects your credit score, but don't fear this, especially if you're at least a few months away from buying. I made an earlier video on the effect of a hard credit check for a mortgage on your credit history. You can check that out. But part of the point of the pre-approval is to find ways to make your credit score better when you're ready to buy. Credit scores influence access to programs, and once you qualify for a program, the cost of what that loan's going to be. And even if you're monitoring your own credit right now, you are almost certainly tracking a different credit score than the one we use for mortgages. So knowing your mortgage credit score is key, as even 1 point, depending on what that point is, can cost you thousands of dollars at closing and even more over the life of the loan. And a credit score is just an algorithm. Algorithms kind of rule the world. They probably are why you're watching this video. And all good loan officers understand how that algorithm works. This particular algorithm is in our wheelhouse. We can help you game that system. Even if your credit is great, there are likely things that we can do to make it even better. They may not affect your mortgage if your credit scores are super high, but all you folks who like to get extra credit and make your credit scores as high as possible, there's some fun things we can do. You know who you are. The quickest that changes to your credit score can take effect is generally 2 to 3 weeks, and those are for certain things, but some changes can take months or even years. And if you have any shame around your credit, I think there's a lot of, emotional stuff that can go around having a less than perfect credit history. Please let it go. I promise your lender has probably seen worse, and we don't judge. A good loan officer is a problem solver at heart. I've shared my screen with clients while running some of the tools that we have to optimize credit score simulators, and it can be actually super fun to watch your less than great credit score change for the better in real time, just seeing exactly what it's going to take to get there. So get that pre-approval, review your credit, your income, your assets, and your lender will make this customized roadmap. You'll know exactly what to do to streamline the loan process and paperwork and make sure you qualify for the very best loan terms when you're ready to buy. Now remember at the outset I said lenders won't tell you about this. So why is that? It's because lenders get paid by closing loans. In fact, a lender can't charge you for a loan until closing, so you're probably not going to pay anything to get pre-approved. Planning months or even years before you purchase a home means your lender is working for free. So this brings me to the last and maybe biggest benefit that you get from working with a lender on a pre-approval. A lender who's willing to invest time and energy into working with you months or years before you're ready to buy is exactly the lender you want in your corner. They're focused on what's best for you, not them. They're interested in long-term relationships, not a quick buck. They want you to engage with them and get to know them and try them on for size so that you'll use their services when you're ready to buy in the future, and maybe refer your friends and family in the meantime if they're really great. And speaking personally, I can say it just feels really good, great even, to share my years of hard-won knowledge for the benefit of others. Sometimes paying it forward can be its own reward. I hope you found this information helpful, and if so, you can like and subscribe. I'll post other videos and you'll get notified. And if you have other questions, I have answers. Comment below if there's a topic you'd like me to tackle or dive deeper on in a future video. And of course, if you're looking for a mortgage, I'd be honored to help. I help home buyers in all 50 states, and I'd love to be your guide, coach, sidekick on your journey to home ownership or your next home or your investment property purchase. I appreciate your time.